my name is Sally Ann Young. I'm here to introduce the owner of the restaurant, New Zaiqa. Come on in. Hi, how are you? Tell us your name.
My name is Ashraf Mir. Thank you so much for calling me here. I'm the owner of this restaurant, New Zaiqa. It's a beautiful restaurant, and you're all welcome here. Thank you so much for coming. And I want to introduce you, Shawn K. Ford here, and for the Congress, he's going to say something to you guys. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much for hosting. Thank you for the introductions. I'm LaShawn K. Ford, and I'm a candidate for Congress of the 7th Congressional District, and we are #1 on the ballot, and I'm happy to go to Washington to fight to make sure that we protect our democracy. We want to make sure that we go to Washington and protect our democracy and protect the naturalized citizens in America. It is important that we have comprehensive immigration reform in America and protect the people here in our country from the heinous crimes that's happening in America right now. The Muslim community is strong, and I encourage them to continue to be strong and continue to fight on. We also have to protect Medicaid and Medicare in America. The Republicans right now are taking away health care for millions of people in America, and we must fight back. And so my pledge is to fight every day that I'm in Congress. I will be ready on day one to fight for the American people. Thank you very much, and thank you for hosting. I look forward to serving the people of the 7th Congressional District, and I'm happy to say, in case you didn't know, Congressman Danny K. Davis has endorsed this campaign. So has Jesse White, the former Secretary of State, the Speaker of the House, and many other members of the General Assembly and the City Council and the Cook County Commissioners. We have an overwhelming support for this campaign, and we look forward to March 17th, the day that we will claim victory as the next congressman of the 7th Congressional District. Around the room, you don't see them, but I want to thank all of the people that came here today to support this fundraiser. No campaign could run without money. And your support here tonight means so much, and I want you to know that your dollars will go far. It would help us get our message out. It would help us buy signs. It would help us put commercials on TV, do mailers, and continue to get the message out to protect our democracy and to secure a victory on March 17th.
Good evening, everyone. This is Zaiqa. I'm the owner of North American College, and we also have an entertainment company. Today, I'm here to support 7th congressional candidate, Mr. Shawn K. Ford, and I would express my heartfelt congratulations for his campaign, and I hope he wins the race on March 17, 2026. So thank you, Mr. VGP, for inviting me here, and I would like to be a part of this till he wins the congressman this district. And I'm more privileged to take those two names which are very close to me. Those are the two living legends, Dr. Danny K. Davis and ex-Secretary of State, Mr. Jesse White, whom I'm very close to. And with their support, I expect Shawn K. Ford to win this elections. Thank you, guys. Have a great day.
You know, one thing that I heard you say that you want to be there for us, you know, to win the election. But what about after the election? That's when the work really starts.
Be with us.
We will be together. We will fight together for one another's protections of our freedoms.
All right. Thank you so much, guys. So we'll be with him all the ways. Thank you.
Good evening, and thank you so much for being here with us tonight. This is the most auspicious occasion because we are here with State Representative LaShawn K. Ford, who is running for the 7th Congressional District, and he wants to be, and we want him to be, our next congressman. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the atmosphere. Congressman, how do you feel about being at the top of your game right now?
Well, I think we got a long way to go. March 17th is the date. We have to continue to do what we're doing tonight. We have to have people like you and all the people that are here supporting this campaign, giving it a boost. so that we can be victorious on March 17th.
So, there's so many civil liberties that are being stripped right now. And I know you see it on the state level. And I know you can do even a bigger push on the federal level. But tell people, what does that look like on a federal level?
Well, comprehensive immigration reform, protecting people's naturalized citizenship in this country is important. I mean, this administration has tried to roll back naturalization, and that's bad. And so we need to have people that know how to fight on day one.
This whole ICE situation around the country is getting very out of hand. And for our brothers and sisters that don't look like us, I know you have a passion and a penchant for them. What is it that you want to say to our brothers that look a little bit different than us?
I think it's all about humanity. Everyone should be treated fairly, justly. This is about a humane society. We can't have this type of society where people are being treated inhumanely, and I stand against that. And I don't think this is what America is.
I'm glad you talked about America, because are we really representing America like it should be or like it once was?
Absolutely not. America is a melting pot of immigrants. Most people came here by their own free will, but there are some people that were forced here. Nevertheless, it's so important to protect the people that are here, whether they were forced here or they came here on their free will to find a freedom that only America has to offer.
It is a big situation. Okay, we're done. As this fantastic evening continues, I am honored to be standing here with Dr. Shaw. Dr. Shaw is one of our most notable citizens right here in Chicago. Dr. Shaw, thank you so much for attending.
Well, thanks for inviting me to be here. I'm honored to here to support the State Congressman LaShawn Ford, soon to be U.S. Congressman LaShawn Ford.
I am so excited that you put that in the atmosphere, because we got to claim it and then we got to go and win it, right? Yeah. So, Dr. Shaw, why are you supporting LaShawn K. Ford?
Well, actually, there's some family connection. My father is a very, very good friend of Mr. Danny Davis for the past 40 years. And I will support anyone that Ms. Davis endorse. In addition to that, I understand how compassionate and how passionate Mr. Ford is for his constituents and for human rights. I'm here to support what Mr. Ford supports.
Well, you said it all right there. Now, you said it to us in English, but for our Chinese brothers and sisters, can you explain to them what you just explained to us?
Okay. Well, that will be difficult. I have to think about this. You want me to speak this in Chinese?
Yeah, I know Chinese. I know
Okay.
Chinese.
我们应该支持福特众议员的选举，我相信他会对我们的社区有非常大的帮助。
Thank you. What did he say?
What he said. Well, thank you so much, Dr. Shaw. We appreciate you.
Thank
The Lord with gladness. Come before him with joyful songs. Know that the Lord is God. It is he who made us, and we are his. We are his people, the sheep of his pasture. Enter his gates with thanksgiving, and his courts with praise. Give thanks to him and praise his name. For the Lord is good, and his love endures forever. His faithfulness continues through all generations. Amen.
Hello, my name is Fatima Traore. I'm the president of the Illinois Association of Interpreters and the founder, CEO of Birds and Waves Inc.
I am Dr. Rick Johnson. I am the medical director at Bethel Wellness Alliance.
Danny Davis, and I'm a big supporter of LaShawn Ford.
My name is Zaiqa Muhammad. I am the Vice Chancellor for North American College. Today I'm here to support Shawn K. Ford.
Which college?
North American College.
North American.
Yes.
All right.
So I'm here to support Shawn K. Ford for his candidature and his victory. So I'm hoping he wins the election on March 17, 2026, and we'll go along. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dr. Ethan Shaw. I'm a chiropractor. I'm a friend of Mr. Danny Davis. and I'm here to support Mr. LaShawn Ford for his campaign.
Hi, my name is Tamara Fair, and I too am here to support LaShawn K. Ford. We've been in some broiled battles together. He taught me how to fight, and now I'm a warrior. So I'm looking forward to him taking his state fight on a national level, because that's where we now need him the most.
Hi, I am Sally Ann Young. I am a supporter of LaShawn K. Ford, and I do social media and playwriting and directing. I'm just here to support the man of the hour.
Yes.
Hi, this is Wasimir. I'm the owner of the restaurant Zaiqa, and I'm here to support Shawn K. Ford for his campaign.
I'm Demi Palachuk. I work in politics and marketing, and I am running for 13th District State Rep at the same time. And thank you. I am also here to support LaShawn Ford. Your space and everything you've done for Medicaid, Medicare, and for seniors has really helped out my family and my parents. So I'm really grateful for everything you've done. So thank you.
My name is Craig Pagani. I also do political work. I'm an economist. I'm here to support LaShawn. Even though I don't live in the district, I want to make sure that we elect people like him, because one of the things that I like best about him is even when I worked in Springfield, he was very accessible, very humble, and willing to listen. And it is wild how few congressional people do that. And that's the type of people we need if we want to build coalitions, work together to overcome the madness that's happening in DC right now. That's exactly the type of person I want to see in office and have the pleasure of working with on all the issues.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Noble Madden. I am a volunteer for State Representative Shawn K. Ford. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to support all of his endeavors. He's truly going to make a change, so I really appreciate for everyone coming out here and also supporting him as well. Thank you.
Hello, yeah, this is Syed Mehdi, and I work for the VDP. I'm a secretary assistant.
This is Vijay Prabhakar. Thank you all for coming. And today's main goal is to raise as much funds as we can, as we have a tough race ahead. Congressman Danny K. Davis and LaShawn Ford has collected an enormous number of petitions, 19,000 petitions. I mean, give a big round of applause. And there's a front runner, his name recognition, thank to the living legend, Congressman Danny Davis. So actually, all we need now is as much fundraising and financial contribution to take this campaign to the victory front line. You know, the deadline of December 31st is approaching. We're doing another one on December 29, and hopefully, with God's divine blessings, we can hit the finish line. Yes. Thank you.
Hello, good evening, everybody. I'm Christian Shawn. I'm a resident in the 7th District, and I've been a proud volunteer and supporter for Congressman Danny K. Davis, as many, if not all of us have been for years. He's represented us, and he now endorses and fully supports LaShawn K. Ford, who has been in the General Assembly representing us for 18 years. And he's continued the tradition of reinforcing second chance, reinforcing making sure that we get the lottery back into education, and really making sure that he has been nothing but a representative for us. And I can see no better person to continue the tradition of Congressman Danny K. Davis than LaShawn K. Ford for Congress for District 7.
My name is Hassan Mohammed, and I'm a volunteer for LaShawn K. Ford as well. I'm also with the Darby's Law Firm and a homeless service program called Concerned Citizens Mother's House. I am absolutely ecstatic to be a volunteer for this person who has shown himself to be dedicated to the upliftment of people, to fight for us when sometimes we don't know how to fight for ourselves. So I'm here to do all that I can to help lend a hand to fight back.
I need to say something that I didn't say, but you all inspire me to say so. As a grader, through our living legend, LaShawn K. Ford was a listener. to the brothers' cause because they were trying to dismantle our license, and we're thankful. That's the reason why I'm going to support him, and then I will see him at the finish line, because there is no one deserving more of that seat than LaShawn K4, because he's for the people. Despite of your race, your character, he is there for all. Thank you.
My name is Gabriel. I work for the party. I do fundraising, and I'm an organizer. And Shawn has been my representative at shows in the range, and I know Shawn personally for some time now. And he's a very principled individual who I know is going to have strong leadership in DC. Right now, the party needs a lot of change. We need good leaders with principle, and he's a coalition builder. He meets with everybody, he talks to everybody, and I told everybody, not just in Illinois, but across the country, with Shawn Ford is definitely the one who's going to win this race. And he is definitely the strongest candidate that is running in Illinois. I really mean that. And I'm always happy to be here and support, and I'm going to continue voting money for you, Lieutenant, so I appreciate it.
And it does for the people. But let me thank all of you for being here this evening.
Congressman.
And being a part of this effort. I want to thank Dr. VJ, because VJ is one of the more prolific organizers. I've met a lot of organizers during my years. I've been fortunate to travel all over the world. I've worked with people all over the world. I've worked with people who had great ideas and who did great things all over the world. But I don't think I know anybody who is better at bringing people together than B.J. Obama. Who does that as not only an art, but as a science. I'm always amazed that people have great ideas, but people who can implement those ideas and make them happen, they are a special breed. And so all of us are really here as a result of BJ. And if BJ was not here, not around, not undergirding and thinking this up, we would be someplace else. We'd be doing something else. We wouldn't be here. And some of you that I'm just meeting for the first time, I would not get the opportunity to know you. I would not get the opportunity to know you. Political campaigns are interesting. To some people, they're a lot of sport. To some people, they're fun. But to very serious people, they're very serious because they reflect the hopes, dreams, and aspirations of my politics. To me, is very similar to my religion. There's no difference between my politics and my religion, except that waiting for heaven up there, I want to create some heavenly activity down here.
Amen. Amen.
I want to help this world become a better world.
Amen.
And I believe it makes a difference who is leading the world. There are 13 people running for this office right now. I've met all of them. I know something about most of them. Some of them are very impressive. Some of them are less impressive. Some of them have some experiences at this business, but not a single one of them have the experiences that John Ford had. don't even come close. Shawn has been in the Illinois General Assembly now for 19 years. Passed more than 100 bills. Let me just tell you, if you pass even a little bill, it don't even have to be a big bill. But if it's a little bill and it covers the whole country, the whole United States of America, and you are regulating something that would happen all over the whole country, that's a big deal. If it resonates in the whole state of Illinois with more than 12 million people, that's a big, and so if the bill only says each person will benefit $5 when you add that up, that becomes a whole lot. Or if you say each school will get another $100, you add all the schools up, that becomes a great deal. But it's more than just the bill that you pass. It's bringing people together. Not a single other person running has been able to organize and lead people in the state of Illinois to try and reduce the numbers of people who become overwhelmed by narcotics and narcotic use. There's not another person. I remember one week, 8 people overdosed on one block in the community where Shawn lives and works. 8 people overdosed on one block, overdoses of heroin. There are so many people right now walking around drunk, can't move. As I see them on the street, bent over like this, doing things. I see them coming up to my car, and give me $1 or whatever. I see them every day. I don't know a single person running other than Shawn Ford, who has been the lead advocate for drug use reduction in the state of Illinois. There may be some. I read newspapers every day. I listen to TV. There may be some, but I don't know anything about it. If they have, I don't know anything about it. The last thing I'll say is that bringing people together and recognizing that the world can become a closer world, a more closely knitted world, that there can be peace and prosperity for more people. A lot of people, you know, they operate, they're black, they do the black thing. I'm black as the ace of spades. You don't get any blacker than I am, so soft. And I got some black people who weren't too happy to see me on the news yesterday at the detention center with Chuy Garcia and Rosa Ramirez and Jonathan Jackson. If you notice, there were 2 black people who are not afraid to take a position on immigration. 2 black politicians, other than the mayor of the city of Chicago, who has taken a position, the governor of Illinois, who represents the whole state. But Jonathan and I, knowing that there are black people in our communities who ain't quite with the immigration piece for Hispanics. They feel that Hispanics are supplanting some of the attention that blacks used to get as the #1 minority in the country. But am I going to deny a Hispanic person the opportunity to come to this country and be a part of it? And we say that America is melting pot. So I want somebody in Congress representing me that's going to stand up. I know that LaShawn will stand up. We've had 2 wonderful events that we were at this week. One, we had about 800 or 900 senior citizens yesterday at Malcolm X College, and it was just wonderful. Today we were at a senior citizen building up on the north side, and they were delighted with LaShawn saying that he believes, and I'm delighted, because I believe that you measure the greatness of society by how well it treats its old, how well it treats its young, and how well it treats those who have difficulty caring for themselves. I want an advocate to go to Washington and keep pushing the needle. My last point, it is difficult to get these kind of issues out right now because our country is focused on the fight between Democrats and Republicans, and the fact that the Republicans are trying to overturn the government. I'm saying big arguments. People say, well, why don't we hear more about poverty? Because the people who are expressing their concerns are not as much interested in poverty. They're more interested in the fight between Trump and the anti-Trump. I'm interested in the fight against Trump because I think Trump will try and overturn all the struggles that my people, my grandparents before them struggled as slaves. Trump would want us to believe that slavery was the creation of somebody's imagination. Some of them even say, oh, it wasn't so bad. It helps people know how to work. They say it. They believe it. I notice that many of us are associated with education. We brought $46 million to the Chicago community through something called PBI grants and MSI grants. PBI means predominantly black institutions. MSI means minority serving institution. HSI means Hispanic serving institution. Trump say that all of these are illegal because they designate race, and that's unconstitutional. So we have to fight back. Shawn has been fighting in the state legislature for 19 years. No other candidate can say that. And so
I agree, there's no other candidate that could say that. And you know what else? There's no other candidate that could say that they have the endorsement of Congressman Danny K. Davis. There's no other candidate that can say that when they that the congressman will still be right there helping push the agenda to protect our democracy, but LaShawn K. Ford. I'm proud to take this endorsement that you've given me and to run for Congress in the 7th Congressional District. This campaign is not only about protecting the congressman's legacy, but building on his shoulders and building on his legacy to strengthen families in America. Before Congressman Davis came, it's funny, I said what you said about immigration, that America is a melting pot of people that were brought here and some that came because who wouldn't want to be in America? And so it's my job as a politician, as an elected official running for Congress, to protect the democracy, to protect the human dignity of people in America so that America continues to be more perfect. I do believe that America is the greatest nation on the earth. And the only way to continue to make America great is to have coalitions like we have here. Campaigns are really the foundation for the future of the candidate that will become the elected official. We have a network of people here, private, politicians, nonprofits. Everyone in this room right here is what makes politics work. We even have Gen Zs right here. Everyone is in this room, and that's what it takes to be a good politician. To have people that are happy to push their agenda to make sure that people in government know what it is that makes our union more perfect. There's no one that can make our union more perfect than unity. And so I'm very happy to be the one that people will use. Many people say politicians could be like tools to be used. But what I've learned so much about being in government is it works better when I worked with FAIR on child care. And FAIR not only tells her politicians what to do, but FAIR gets in a fight with the politicians. So when you have people that's willing to get in a fight, it's victorious because politicians listen to people that fight. And I was born a fighter. I will continue to fight. I will continue to fight in Washington to make sure that we do everything we can to strengthen families, strengthen businesses, and make sure our young people have a place to go if they want to go to college, if they want to go to the service, if they want to go to trade school, if they want to go right to work after high school. We will have our 7th Congressional District built together so that you can have your dreams met. Not everyone wants to go to college. Not everyone wants to go to work right away. Not everyone wants to go to the service. But what everyone wants is success. And that's what we have to make sure that people have an opportunity to be successful. So 23 hospitals in the district are opportunities for people to have jobs in all kinds of fields. Whether you're in the medical field, whether you're in the business to service hospitals with contracts and opportunities, there's just so much that we can do as the congressman of the 7th Congressional District, and I look forward to being the congressman. So let me just thank everyone for being here, because no campaign can run without the support of the people. Just imagine if you were not here. Are we talking? So it's wonderful that I have the opportunity to have people here to support, write checks, spread the message, tell people about the campaign, post it on your social media, make phone calls calls and tell people that write checks, tell people that this campaign wins when we get our message out. The congressman said that out of the 13 people, if you do your homework, no one will match our campaign plan, no one will match our campaign work, and no candidate can match my work that I've done as a politician. So thank you all very much. And Dr. VJ, I hope we get everything in order, because if we don't, you'll snatch a knot out of me. Thank you very much to the hosts, and thank you all for being here. And I look forward to seeing you on the campaign trail.
Wasn't that an inspiring address? Any questions for the congressman-elect? Please, you can free to ask questions. Yeah, go ahead.
You can sit down, sir. Very, very comfortable.
Oh, I'm sorry. My fault.
Okay.
You can stay here. I can already hear you. No, stand up. Sir.
Keep standing.
One of the questions I have is, your district is very weirdly drawn. It has a lot of different communities, but a lot of these communities have I don't know what it is, different experiences with everything that's been going on, right? So particularly with like ICE, right? How it affects Broadway is very different than West Side and Inglewood, etc., right? So I'm kind of curious of like when you're on the campaign trail, what you've noticed about people saying about these things and your reaction to that in different neighborhoods. Do different neighborhoods care more about it than the other, or is it affecting everybody? Just kind of getting the idea of like how the ICE issue has affected different parts of your district.
I think ICE is affecting America. It's affecting every community. And so I think that when Congressman hears people that question why do certain people stand at the centers, that's what America's about. They have a right to have a difference of opinion. But what the congressman said was that we have to also have people that can lead and teach people how to stand for what's right. And that's what's important. I mean, for as long as I've been in Springfield, it's been my mission to deal with tough issues and to help my colleagues see why it's important to see why I sponsor and try to pass and fight for certain things. So it's a part of our democracy where people have a right to feel the way they feel.
Good answer.
Thank you.
Right now.
Legislators to educate why it's important to be licensed. And so now it's up to you to continue to fight. I'm on your side. It makes it easier when you're helping us educate other members why the licensing is necessary. Like I learned that hair braiding, if you don't do it right, I didn't know this before, that you can lose your hair. And so there's just so many ways and reasons why people should have training. No one should be afraid of education. No one should be afraid of training. No one should be afraid to have any form of training as a professional. So I support the licensing required as the fight continues to the finish line. Thank you. Students, the international students, are not able to come into America because of Trump's policies. So one, the best thing to do is to reverse the Trump policies. Get Trump out of office, win Congress back, and bring America back to where it should be. And so that will make all the difference. So people have to vote. People have to vote. We have to make sure that we win Congress back and get rid of the Republican regime. Because before that, this wasn't a problem. Our universities, University of Illinois, DePaul, Loyola, University of Chicago, rely on international students. And now the threat of a Trump administration is keeping them from America. And America has always been stronger when we are united, and we have always been stronger with our diversity. And so Trump wants America to be white, not diverse. And we have to make America what it should be, diverse.
Daniel, with all your contacts, you can.
Well, he was just with Magic Johnson.
Yes.
So he knows Magic.
Yes, he told me that on December 11th he met with Magic Johnson after I got to Washington DC.
Yes.
And I hope you put in a good word for us.
We did. Good. We are truly honored and grateful to be here this evening, and certainly acknowledging none other than Dan Davis, a phenomenal man who fought. I also honor and support the young man for being here. It is important, as you've heard from around the table, just why you should be here. I think we cannot overlook and underestimate his comments on understanding why and who I'm voting for and for what. Each generation pays it for the next generation. And there's, when I was growing up in the late 60s, 70s, it was mandatory. Voting was something that you had to know, you had to do. Somewhere along the lines, going back to what Daddy said, is that we've not communicated the importance of vote. What am I voting for? Who am I voting for? Are their values and ethics equal to mine? Can I trust that they're going to represent me? And that trust has not been there that I've seen, so I have no doubt. But the math is not on our side. Let me share with you. More than 80 million baby boomers will transition out of the workforce this year. In just a few weeks are eligible to transition. Many can't transition out because they can't afford to, because of the economy, et cetera, et cetera. The next generation, which you've all been, is only 40 million. So there's a shortfall of 40 million qualified workers in corporate America. 400,000 black women are now unemployed. 150,000 of those women were replaced by white men in the federal government. It's critical that we understand. We cannot suppress, ignore, or say it doesn't matter anymore. When I was growing up, it was mandated that we sat down and watched Roots.
That's right.
As much as I didn't want to do it, it was a series at that time. You had to come home and you had to eat dinner and you watch Roots to understand the history. We have forsaken our children because we think that it's harmful, it's embarrassing. We don't want to talk about it. Just today, this week, the Vice President said the white folks have to apologize for being white anymore. I've never asked a white person to apologize for being white. That's never been a part of what I think any of us has actually done. So there's a fear. And the fear, for the first time in American history, white men are now the minority. And they're fearful. White men only represent 36% of this nation. They're 90+% of the CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. They're at the top of everything, but that they feel that they're being discriminated against. If we do not come together and vote, we will lose.
That's right.
Your children and your grandchildren will suffer if we do not gain this vote this year. It is the most critical time for us. But the piece that's missing is that you haven't been educated. You haven't been informed. You can't trust those. And so we've got to spend more time educating and speaking out and helping people to understand, yes, it's important to vote, but what are you voting for? You're voting for survival.
That's it.
You're voting for your children that you don't even know that you're going to have. These decisions that all young folks, I have a niece that she voted for Trump. She has 6 children and she's a single mom. She voted for him because he gave her $2,500 in his last administration. Per child. So she was good. $3,500 times 5, 6, that was very simple to her. So she has not sunk in, but she didn't have to, when the food stamps cut off, I had to come in and buy groceries. Right? Had I known she voted for Trump, I probably wouldn't have bought those groceries. $600 I could have kept in my pocket. But again, we've got to figure out how we can partner with you to figure out how we get kids, young people in your age category to ask the questions, to fill in the blank, explain what this is, because we've not done a good job of that. And to be able to pull books out of schools, not to teach Black history, to eliminate these things in museums, is deliberate and intentional so they don't know, so you don't know the bondage that our people were in, but yet we're resilient. You stand on the shoulders of those yet to come. If it had not been for Harriet Tubman, there would have not been a Rosa Parks. If it had not been a Rosa Parks, there would have been a Martin Luther King. If it hadn't been Martin Luther King, there would have been a Barack Obama. If it hadn't been a Barack Obama, it wouldn't have been a Ford sitting in this room today. So you've got to be able to take the torch and the legacy, and you're at the right age. Martin Luther King was 20-some years old when he was fighting. Right? All those people were young people. They weren't like us in the 60-year-old and 70-year-olds. Our time has come to pass. Our goal is to get out of your way and support you and give you what you need. You have to encourage your friends to get involved, to get engaged, ask the questions, seek to understand, listen to understand. Don't be withdrawn. Don't be isolated, because now is not the time. And your children will ask you, what in the hell were you thinking? When you allow that monster to get back into office, or that administration to continue to ignore, your kids are going to ask you, your grandkids are going to ask you that. What are you going to say? And black and brown people on the front line, even when they were not welcome, even when they were not given the right tools to be successful, and yet they still rise. So we're resilient, we're going to rise, but now is the time that we have to come together to help inform, educate, and support your generation. Help us to help you, help us. Wow.
And now I know.
Strategic partnership, high corporation Chicago, in recognition of his leadership in transforming workplace culture and drive inclusive excellence, presented by Danny K. Davis, U.S. member of the United States House of Representatives, on this day. Well, it read December 11th, that's when it was actually supposed to have been presented, but it's presented on this day. And after hearing Mr. Stoudemire, I know one of that I've always been a big fan of the Heights Corporation and of the leadership that they provide, and why the company keeps being one of the top corporations in America, and as far as high business enterprise, but our governor, the governor of the state of Illinois, is a part of the family that owns the highest business enterprises, and I am pleased and delighted to make this presentation to you, sir. And thank you for your leadership.
All right. Dr. Vijay.
Representative Ford to make some remarks and an appeal for your campaign from your heart. This man can make it work.
Listen, congratulations on receiving the GSA Global Eye Magazine Award. As you know, it's at 42 million viewers and it's growing. And so I hope that you will continue to do the work that helps you get this award and continue to support the legacy of Congressman Davis. Thank you very much, and of course, vote forward.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the paper. You want to take a picture? Yeah.
Yeah, hold on, please.
Can we crown it down?
No. Take all the pictures you want now to seriously this government, because this is the man who is going to give us raise funds for us. Are you with Namra Fair?
I got him.
I hope so.
I got it.
Hope so. And don't miss his white shoes. And look at, he's a dresser, style icon, featured in GQ magazine, and don't miss the white gloves peeping out of his jacket. Everything he wears is personally designed. He has his own tailor. Today he's dressed down. But look at the white gloves sticking out of his pocket next to Congress.
We got to coordinate.
Well, everything is coordinated.
Oh, take this out?
No.
Now we have
Thank you. Thank you.